What is up, Sooner Nation? Welcome back, Sooner Surge podcast on this Thursday night as the Sooners get a couple more out of the portal today. And the lineman Derek Simmons and also Isaiah Sategna recently committed tonight. So that's two more in the portal for the Sooners tonight, and we'll see what comes the rest of the week. But appreciate everybody being on here. As always, one more day closer to Christmas, one more day closer to the college football playoff. Welcome to Sooner Surge podcast. What's up, Germ? Got the green jacket on again, I see.
Yep, I got the green jacket.
Nice.
I think OU lands Bradley too. People are talking about him going to K-State. I think it's going to be OU with them and John's relationship. So, you got, in my opinion, a pretty good receiving core. Potential of being really good. Pretty good, I would say. Really good.
I think you got with Gibson, Sategna, Keontez Lewis, and if you were to get Bradley, that gives you four guys to go along with Burks, Jaden Gibson, and all the youngsters. I think it gives you a lot of different variety at size and speed. I said this on a video I did earlier. I'm just at a wait and see. I got to wait and see because I think last year's offense just kind of set me back because it's got to be better than last year. I get it, but OU is used to having potent, unbelievable offenses. And after watching every game last year, it kept coming like, can it get any worse? Can it get any worse? So I'm just at a wait and see. I think they definitely got some potential there for sure, but I'm at a wait and see.
Ron, the speed guy, is Sategna, very fast. Also, elite long jumper. He's going to be the punt returner. I would pretty much guarantee. Bobby says Bradley announced it should be coming soon. It's done though. It's funny though because people have been saying no, he's K-State, and then all of a sudden, oh wait, he's back to OU. Guess what? I've never wavered. I said Jaron Bradley's going to be a Sooner pretty much 2 years ago. Jay and I did from her smoke room, and I've never thought he's going to go anywhere else. But people keep saying Jeremy's going to K-State. Jeremy's doing this. We'll see where he ends up.
He did go to Boston College though when you thought he would.
He did, Jay.
Hey, Dave, appreciate the super. Thank you so much. We really do appreciate it. You doing that. So thank you. Hey, Jay Johnson's at a wait and see. Here's out of those four guys, your opinion, Jeremy, out of those four, who are you most hyped about? Gibson?
I like Javonte Gibson. I think here's what I'm going to say, and I said it to you and Hunter before, and I got ripped for this.
No, do not even go down there.
No, I'm just
not even go down there, dude.
I'm going to ask the chat.
Don't.
Chat.
No, you're going to ask the chat, and you're going to change it. You're going to change the narrative of the question you're going to ask him.
Is this team? Yeah, I was wrong about DG. Is this receiving core going to be way better than last year's?
Jerm, that's not what we were arguing about.
It will be. It's a fact. It will be.
Oh God! Just push your narrative. Push your narrative.
Not even close.
Push your narrative. That's fine.
Okay, tell me how I'm wrong.
Jerm, if it was last year's receiving core going into the season, would you rank this one ahead of it?
I didn't say going into the season. I'm talking about last year's offense that was last in the entire country. This receiving core is better than that one. Jeez, well, that's a fact.
That's obvious, Jerm.
Okay, then we're in a better position than we were last year. That's my point.
It can't be worse, Jerm.
Exactly, Chester. Exactly. I don't know why they were saying that last year's was better. It's weird. It's not possible for it to be worse. It can't be any worse. It was as worse can be. I like what Johnson said. I like it. Absolutely is what was said, Hunter. I'm not going to argue this. Okay, I'm actually the one who said it. I know what I said. The size of these guys, to me, Andrew Anthony was what, 6'1", 185. Keontez Lewis is 6'2", 190 or 185. Bigger. Javonte Gibson, 6'3", 210. Okay. About like Nick Anderson. Sategna, I'll take that any day, every day, any day over Zion Reagan right
now. Brent's asking, how many portal players has signed OU signed? 2 offensive linemen, 3 receivers. That's 5. You got 1 punter, 6. Who am I missing? 2 linemen, 3 receivers, 1 punter. I'm missing one. Oh, Mateer, quarterback. the big piece of the puzzle. So yeah, 7. So there you have it. And I think they signed 10. I'm going to go with the number 10, Jerem. What do you go with?
They'll get to 10. Yeah, Sooner fan. Look at that. Look at that, and you're not even mentioning Deion Burks. Not even mentioning Deion Burks. Not even mentioning Jaron Bradley, who's going to be a Sooner. And he stands, I don't know, about 6'4", 230. What's Jaron Bradley's size?
I thought he was like 6'3", 6'4", 6'5",
222.
There
Yeah,
you go.
this receiving core not even close to last year's.
Bobby says, "Man, I am so done, Jerem, when you change narratives to make your thing look
All right,
like
whatever, man. I'm not doing it tonight, man.
Yeah, I'm not either. You're the one that brought it up. So we need another.
I'm gonna go get a bottle of water just a second.
Oh yeah, sure. Bye. We need another tight end, Aaron says. I agree, Aaron. The problem is who they going to get other than the guy that's probably going to go to Michigan, who's the best tight end in the portal from Purdue. Who you going to get? Right now, there's not a whole lot out there. I don't think options. What I do think is kind of crazy is the guy that I thought they might get, that a lot of people have said, he's just a guy from Nebraska, ended up going to Texas A&M. So, hey, you're back very quickly, Jerm. I thought you were leaving for a minute.
I said I was going to get a bottle of water. My throat's killing me.
Not so soon.
Sick and tired of you and Hunter telling me what I mean by things. I'm done with it.
Agree. Aaron will wait after the playoffs. Bobby thinks they're going to sign 12 to 13.
Yeah, they might. I still think it'll be 10 or 11.
Devon Mitchell, yeah, third on the depth chart. And the size was wrong in there if you saw it. The depth chart came out today. Take it with a grain of salt for this bowl game. You know, I don't take a whole lot of stock into it. It doesn't look like Javonte Barnes may be available though, based off it. So that'll be interesting. Let's talk O-line, Mr. B. Let's talk O-line. What do you want to talk about? What do you think about Derek Simmons, Jerm, Western Carolina?
He's huge. He's 6'6", 310. So I like that. Is he going to be a starter? That's to be determined. This whole O-line thing depends on what they want. Do you want to go with young guys? Do you want to go? This guy's 23 years old, which that's good. But he hasn't played it. You yourself said it that O linemen from small schools will not work out. So
when did I say that?
You said the trenches, and I agree. Trenches in small schools is harder to. I
think he's going to be a starter. Hey, here's the thing. But go look at who wanted him in the portal. A lot of teams wanted him, and I don't have their schedule in front of me. Maybe Hunter can look it up. Didn't Western Carolina play a couple pretty good teams this year that you could go look at film on? I thought they played a couple decent teams, but I may be mistaken. I may be wrong on that. We have 7 now. Bradley would be 8. Sign a tight end, that's 9. Logan and Thompson would make 10 and 11, and possibly that's 12.
Where would that put OU out in the numbers?
Well, that would put them about right on the scholarships. But they'd have to lose some that were non-schollies because they'd be over the 105 limit. But they have plenty of Jason is a perpetual bear poker. No, I'm not, Chief. I'm absolutely not. I'm not. Ivan Carey on 6'6". Hey, let me ask you this. A lot of people are saying tight end. They need a tight end. What about Carry On? You think they move him if they don't get a tight end?
It's a possibility. Jaron Bradley's not going to put on enough weight to go there, even though he's 6'5".
OU is favored over Navy right now, Dave. Derek Simmons is ranked number 4 O-line in the port on site, and number 9 on 3. There you have it.
Philip, I would love that. Philip, I would love to get Lepak out of Lepak out of K-State. I just don't know that with Joe John Finley still here, he needs to be off campus for that to happen.
Do you guys think we hold on to more than 105 until spring? I think there's a possibility. You don't have to be down to the 105 limit until August or something. Hey, we talked about this a little bit last night. Do you like the JUCO thing or do you hate it?
I like it. It's just an extra year of high school.
Extra 4 years.
No, it's an extra year of high school.
You can go to JUCO for 4 years and then go play NCAA for 4 years.
Yeah, no one's doing that, Jay. And JUCO's 2 years.
It's 2 years, but you can redshirt and medically redshirt in JUCO too. So it's possible 4 years.
If you're in JUCO for 4 years, Jason, if
Jeremy,
if you're in JUCO more than 2 years, you're like a senior football player playing on JV. Okay,
I'm
not
just
worth
saying
doing it.
you can technically.
I don't want any JUCO kid that's been there 4 years at the University of Oklahoma from a JUCO. Please.
That's true, Hunter. You can't go academically.
That's like a student who's driving to middle school. Like, come on.
Michael, they don't take classes anymore. Come on now. Van Wilder of JUCO. Hey, you know who this gives another year for, though? If this happens and everything, guys like Justin Harrington. Guys like Kendall Dolby.
Well, Dolby's at OU, so yeah, that Harrington's not.
Hey, let me throw a name out there. Keon Brown.
Yeah.
He's in the JUCO ranks. He once was going to be coming to OU. Remember him?
Yeah.
Any chance they would even go that route?
Not with who they brought in the portal. That's kind of pointless at this point. You got some young dudes coming in. You're getting 4 receivers out of the portal. No, you don't go get more. To me, out of JUCO at that point.
Yeah,
it's not like they don't have any receivers coming in. They got a couple talented guys.
Oh man, what a movie, Daniel! Tommy Boy is one of the best movies out there. I love Tommy Boy, Daniel. Great movie. What else, Jerem? What else on your mind tonight?
I'm ready to see this team get a few more guys in the portal and see if anyone else leaves. I don't know who else is going to leave outside. Look, I would like to see him get a corner.
Yeah, I would like a corner as well. Brothers don't shake hands. Brothers got a hug. I don't know what that's in regards to return trip. Hunter, open up the phone lines. Open them up. Get them going. Open up them phone lines. Hit the like. 209 people on here. Hit the like. Appreciate it. Do you think
can we stop with the Zach Alley crap to West Virginia?
It's not happening. Hey, I saw stuff today.
People act like they know what they're talking about.
I saw stuff today that said still bringing up Arbuckle back to Washington State for head coach. I was like, hey, and then real quick, I want to get to something before we get to Platone because Platone is first. What is it? See if I can find it. I'll find it later. I don't see it in here right now. What's up, Platone? How are you tonight, Thursday night?
Hey, I'm good. Wanted to just get your take on another offensive line thing. I was keeping track of it here. Okay, so according to my math, we lost 3 guys to graduation in the offensive line, 2 tackles and a center gone for graduation. We lost 3 other guys to the portal, Bates, Hatchett, and Brooks.
Yeah.
So according to what we've got now, including the freshmen and the transfers, we've got 7 incoming. So that replaces all of our losses. Now, who do you see starting at tackle? Right now we've got Howland, Taylor, Fasusi, the freshman, all that. Are you saying Taylor and Howland, are they staying where they're at, or is that going to be shuffled down?
I think Howland might be a starter. I don't think Taylor is right now. I would think Howland might be. But I think it depends on if they get anybody else out of the portal. But
they've already got 2 tackles, Jay.
I would start and they could definitely, both those guys they got could start. You're right. But I could kind of see Howland starting at one end and then the guy they got out of the portal starting on the other end. But
okay. And then at guard, I've got Sexton, Fabetchi with Ozeda and Eddie Pierre-Louis backing them up, and that's not including the new guys, the freshmen.
And there's no Platone. There is no chance. I don't care what anyone says that Fabetchi Miwu should be over EPL. And if EPL is not starting, it's a major. Like to me, that can't happen. EPL has to be the starter.
Hey, Platone, I'll tell you right now with what they have. I think what I would guess the starters right now. I would guess if it was today.
about it.
What's that? And I'm basing off guys that have been like Taylor's been injured, so I don't know how what he's like right now. But Howland at one tackle, Simmons at the other, EPL and Ozida, and then Everett at center.
Okay. All right. So I'm happy with I'm good on our offensive line. We needed a few. We got some. I'm good with that. Now just maybe hope we get a tight end, maybe just round off things.
What do you think about Sexton, Platone?
Yeah, I think so. How many games did he play last season? I'm not familiar with how much time he got at the position.
Well, they getting moved around was the issue.
They moved him around a lot. Guard, tackle, guard, tackle. I wonder if he's a better tackle. I don't know, man. I don't know enough from him, man.
Yeah, I think we still have to wait and see how practice goes and see how these guys fight for the competition, all that stuff. Obviously, that last year was terrible. Like, I'm encouraged. I think the OL class coming in will be helpful. I think they'll be a lot better than we were last year because it did show signs of sparks at the end of the year. I feel like everybody's criticizing Beatonbow, and I understand that, but I feel like at the end of the year they were definitely playing better than they were at the beginning. So I did see some progress there. I'm happy about that. And I'll get off.
I appreciate it.
Jay, I think Fasusi's got to get a chance to start.
He'll get a chance. And KJ go to Sexton and Simmons at offensive tackle. And here's we say all that, and Platone has those numbers. That's great. And I said what I project or whatever. That's as of today, and I have no clue who's going to start.
Howland plays one good game, man. And
that's exactly right. I'm not crowning him anything, Jerm. I said as of today. Listen, I don't know who the starters are going to be. May the best 5 play and start. That's what
I hope. And Jay, everyone needs to just throw every single game out the window this year. And I'm talking about the O-line play. When your game plan is to just do short passes or hammer the ball, run the ball, QB draws, you can't take. That's not an O-line. That, to me, that's just trying to play to your strength. You want guys who can do both. Just like in basketball, you want two-way players. I want a guy who can run block and pass protect equally as well. They don't have it. None of the guys you mentioned, none of the guys that were mentioned that played this last year have shown that. None.
No,
zero, zilch, nada, nothing.
Yeah,
none of
last
period,
year,
done.
But guys last year, like Dent didn't get the chance he should have. I think he could have shown something. I just think may the best 5 guys play. Period. End of
May
story.
the guys who can block both play. Yes.
Let's get to Chester.
I'm glad he brought up Beatonbow because you all know I want Beatonbow fired.
That's a bad take, but
yeah, that's a bad take. How long is it going to take this season for the O-line to gel? It used to take 6-7 games a year for him to gel. Last year it took 8, or I'm talking 23, it took 8. 24, it took 10 games to gel. How long is it going to take next year?
hopefully
12 games
quick,
to
that's
gel.
all I can say.
I think that's been the issue the last few years is it's taken him too long.
It's the last 4 years.
I think the last 2 years specifically.
4 years?
Yeah.
Yeah, 4 years. All right, let me ask you, who was the best offensive lineman this year?
I think Everett was.
I'm going to go at position. Everett, center. Left guard, I thought Ozida did very well, but it was a small sample size, but it was against tougher competition, so I'd say he was the best left guard. Left tackle, I thought Howland did very well. Right tackle, Dent looked good, but hey, it wasn't against anybody.
Yeah, but he looked good. So
Fabechi was terrible all year, but
Agreed.
I guess they don't have a right guard.
Here's the thing, though, Chester. Bill beat him by the last 2 years as his best 2 recruiting classes.
Yeah, I get it. He's had good recruiting classes.
Now,
so are we going to play him next year or no?
I hope.
Let me ask you all this, and this is for the chat too. Would you rather OU just play your young freshman offensive
Yes,
line and just go with it, and then by year 3 they're awesome? Or
correct.
Are you down with that?
I am.
I am. Hey, I had fun. I got to go to work.
Hey, see you, Chester.
See you, Chester.
Hey,
who was the best line in the SEC, Jay? Who was the best O-line in the SEC this year? O-line.
Best O-line in the SEC?
Yeah.
Off the top of my head?
Texas?
Probably, yeah. I would say so. But, hey, Jerem, they had 2 guys that started as freshmen, didn't they?
Yes.
I believe
it was not Georgia. Georgia was not the best O-line.
I believe they had 2 guys. And I agree with this, Jerry. The injuries did not help in O-line. I agree with that. But if you go back to last year, if you guys remember at the beginning of the year, and there it is, Chris says it. They did play young freshmen. That's what I thought. If you go back to last year, the beginning of the year, what was the talk on the offensive line in game 1, 2, and 3? What was the number one talk about the O-line? Is who's going to play? You got Bates battling injury. You got Everett injured. You got Hickman battling an injury. You got Hatchett battling injury. You got Sexton. You got Taylor. They were all battling injuries. And you know what they did? They played those guys injured. Remember? They were like trying to battle through it. If they would have just played Ozida and Howland to start the season, those guys would have been a lot better off by the end of the year because they started to get better the more they played.
Hey, I'm not shocked about this comment, Sooner fan. Doug Gottlieb has no filter. That is funny that they end up losing that game. But
you know what I'm not, though, Jerm? I'm not an offensive line coach. I don't know what I'm honest. This is honest truth. I don't know what I'm talking about on offensive line. I mean, I can say my opinion, but I don't know what I'm talking about. Howland was awful to start.
I don't think Howland's very good. I don't know why the people are crowning him.
I thought he got better at the end of the year.
Left tackle next year.
I don't know if he is a starting left tackle, Jerm. Who said he was?
Who's a credit card thief? I'm not sure. Yeah, he improved a lot. They all did. It's not hard to do when you're as bad as they were, right?
And he might be Greg God. I don't know yet. I think it's really
good too. He's still only a sophomore, right?
What?
He's only going to be a sophomore, correct?
He's only going to be a sophomore.
Yeah.
So KJ Godin said Spencer Brown improved. Yeah, that's true. So we'll see what they do. They got some talent in the offensive line room. That's a fact. Now, how do they puzzle them all together and get a unit? That's what you have to wait and see. There's been plenty of teams that have great talent on offensive line, but to get the best unit, you got to play together and play consistently together. That's the most important thing for this line going into next year. Figure out your 5, who is it, and get better and get them in there consistently playing together. That's what they have to do. You got an offensive coordinator now who knows how to create an offense, so that's a positive. You got a quarterback. You got your offense should be able to score points, but it doesn't. You can't do it without any blocking up front. Starts up front.
Hey, Sooner WX, you say our team may look totally different. Offensively, it's going to look really different. You can go through position groups and see how few of them will actually be playing next year. And yeah, big time congrats to Danny Stutsman being named the consensus All-American, 83rd in program history. Kudos to Danny Stutsman. He came back. The season was not what he had hoped, but his season, his draft stock, all better. It's a fact. Right. All better than last year.
That's good. And I'm excited for him. I hope he goes to a team that I can watch on TV in the NFL a lot, which where I live, it's either going to be the Cowboys or the Chiefs probably. Greg, what's up? You're on the line.
Hey, fellas. Hope you're doing well. And Jerm, are you sick? Man, you seem down. What's going on, man?
I was fired up early. I'll get fired up. I'm sure I got some water. My throat's just killing me, man.
Oh, man. I'm sorry to hear that.
I'll get fired up for you, Greg, though. Someone or something is going to get me fired up tonight, I'm sure.
Well, I didn't come with the hot take to fire you up. My thought is, though, Arbuckle, when we watch his offenses from Washington State, we're mainly watching the quarterback and, those catching passes and stuff. But what do we think Arbuckle or his scheme is going to have? What effect do you think this will have on the offensive line? Because, we're kind of upset with Beatonbow, but maybe Arbuckle can fix some of this with him being the offensive coordinator. What are our thoughts there, I guess?
I think Arbuckle, just in the fact that he knows how to create an offense and a scheme, I think it would help the offensive line. I think also if you got a quarterback like John Mateer that can make decisions quickly and read defenses, that helps because it's kind of blocking offensive line. It does hurt quarterback if you don't block, but also as a quarterback, if you're not quick to make decisions, it can also not be a good thing for the offensive line. So it kind of a little bit ties hand in hand. I think anybody that can create an offense and run a good offense and organize an offense together, seems like Arbuckle can, I would think it would help with the offensive line.
The decision making from the quarterback If you're running any zone read at all and you make the wrong read, your O-line looks bad. The quarterback can change a lot. Now, I would like to see guys who are have a little more mean streak in them a little bit out on the field. I just don't think Fabechi has a mean streak in him. And I think EPL absolutely does. We actually saw a little bit of it when he played sparingly. But you get a couple of those guys. Obviously, John Mateer brings a confidence about him. So I think in the huddle and at practice, I think he's going to command some confidence from them. And I think it'll automatically kind of exude in the line, hopefully.
I like that. Well, let's hope we get some of that into the spring and it gels into something nice when we get to games next season.
Yeah.
That's right. Let's
Hey,
hope so,
Greg.
Greg.
Hey, real quick, Jay, Kyle says what Parker Thune said, and someone else earlier said, why does no tight end want to come here? I said this 2 nights ago. They have Devon Mitchell, Caden Helms, Cade McIntyre, and then you got Trinae Washington coming in. That's 4. They're not just going to go get I think they really want 2 out of those 4 to play a lot. And I would say the 2 would be.
Here's to me, if they're going to get a guy to the portal, it's going to be a guy that's got 1 or 2 years left.
It's going to have to be someone big time.
That's what I'm saying. It's not going to be somebody that's a freshman. I don't think I think it's going to be somebody probably that's got experience because they need experience. They do need that. Hey, Chief.
Yeah.
Chief, appreciate it so much. Thank you. Seriously, man. Thank you so much. In a brutal season that sucked, I can't express how y'all's dedication to giving us this great form has helped get through it. Slapping tables, getting loud in this chat is great therapy. Thanks, guys. Hey, it's not us. It's you guys. I mean, y'all are the ones that carry the chat every night with your opinions. It's a fan show. That's what this is, and y'all bring it every night, whether it be a positive outlook, whether it be a negative outlook. That I will say that. When the Sooners are struggling, yeah, it's going to be some negative chat. That's just facts.
Hey, yeah, I want to say thanks again. Thanks, Chief T-Bird. Appreciate that super. And Jay, Bobby, if Helms was leaving, what in the world is he waiting on? His buddy left weeks ago. He hasn't played all year. You would think he would know if he's leaving or not.
Well,
what's he waiting on?
Can I play devil's advocate?
Yeah, play devil's advocate. You always do. Go for it.
Again, how much does he have on film right now?
What's he going to do? Concoct it?
The bowl game.
Please.
No, I'm just saying he can play in the bowl game. He will be playing, and he can put stuff on film.
He'll be sitting behind Devon Mitchell, hopefully.
Oh, I doubt that, Jeremy. I think he's going to play.
Dude would have left by now.
I don't know, Jeremy. You have the spring portal too. There's
Mitchell lost 30 pounds in an hour.
Man, what's he on?
What is this guy's weight plan?
That's pretty impressive, isn't it? Best tight end in space, Helms right now, probably. I think I would agree with him.
He definitely the best tight end in the.
I agree with the TZ Blake.
He's the best tight end in Twitter space. Not even close.
He's the best tight end they have on the roster right now that's played.
Devon.
He's only played what? 5 snaps?
Hey, look, did Devon Mitchell forget how to play football? Do you think Devon Mitchell forgot how to catch a ball and get somewhere in the open field, please?
No. Hey, Aaron's asking, are we going to hurry up? Remember when we had Jamie Vinnick on from Washington State, right when it was announced that Arbuckle was coming? He said that they do go hurry up some, but then sometimes they don't. It's kind of situational. So I would expect that's probably what you're going to get, Aaron. He watched a lot of games this year at Washington State. So
Jeremiah Fears should still be in high school too, Zach.
Well, that's true.
Ryan Williams. I mean, there's guys playing there.
Really? Come on. We're not doing that. We're not comparing.
I'm not comparing him to Ryan Williams.
Oh, okay. I thought you did for a second.
Newsflash, chat. Young guys can play.
Yeah, I agree. He needs his chance. I think Helms and Mitchell need their chance.
Andy Bass. Go ahead, Jay.
Maybe Hunter can answer the actual what they got Andy Bass on right now. It wasn't in a preferred PWO. So Hunter, I don't know if you're able to clear that up, if you want to hop on or put it in the chat, whatever you want to do. I don't know if you got any news on that or not.
I heard the same, Selwyn. I heard the same.
Hunter.
I heard the same. But in the bowl game, he's got to play.
He was a PWO. I'm assuming he still is. Is that right, Hunter?
Yes. So, real quick on walk-ons. Pretty much everyone that OU has that's a walk-on is a PWO.
Yeah.
Preferred. That the difference between a preferred walk-on and a regular walk-on is a regular walk-on is literally what it sounds like. They show up on that one day of practice in the middle of August in fall camp, and they try out and they make the team. Preferred walk-on is anyone that they can't give a scholarship to, but they want them to be a part of the team. So they ask, hey, come walk on for us. So with Andy Bass, yes, he is a PWO, but he is getting a scholarship through the NIL program.
That's right.
Hunter, so how many of these PWOs are they going to get rid of?
20. They can keep 20.
You can keep 20 walk-on.
Correct. So 85 to 105, you can keep 20 of them.
Andy Bass will be capped. They're not.
He will be capped. Yes.
If he
I think
left,
Andy Bass will be given a scholarship.
That would be I would be shocked by that, Jeremy. That means they missed
I
a
didn't
lot
say
of guys.
this year, Hunter. I didn't say this year.
If he plays and does well, like Jacob.
Right.
Okay. Yes. So there'll be 20 walk-ons. There's going to be more walk-ons entering the portal. It will have to happen.
They have to.
Yeah. Some people mentioned the spring opportunity. That could be where some guys look. I think it's better off for them to get in there now, even if they don't find a spot off the jump. At least they're already in there when comes to be March or whatever, and teams are starting to look around there of when it does open, who are they going to go after and all that.
And Hunter, I got a homework assignment for you, Hunter. I only do that because
he's not in your class anymore, Germ.
I commended him and I said, I only give you this because I need to be quick. I want to know this last year, Hunter, and if you want to go back 2 years, that's fine. Just drop in the chat the number one recruit at running back, receiver, tight end. Number one running back, receiver, tight end. If you wanted to go top two of each of those positions.
Hey, and
for what years, Jeremy?
This last year.
And real quick, everybody in the chat.
The ones that are freshmen right now in college, like Devon Mitchell.
Or anywhere.
No, the nation. The top two running back recruits in the nation, top two receiver recruits in the nation, top two tight end recruits in the nation.
I can do that, but I'm not sure what you're trying to get at.
Hey, I think I know where he's going. I know where he's going with this. Hey, real quick.
Yeah, you know where I'm going. You know where I'm going.
I see a lot of things in the chat, and to clarify, 85 scholarship players is the limit for the SEC. 105 total roster spots. So that means you're going to have 20 preferred walk-ons basically at OU. 85 scholarship, 25 or 20 preferred walk-ins to get you to 105. That's how it works.
Correct.
So,
yeah, Michael's right. Devon Mitchell was the top tight end in his original class. When he reclassified, he was no longer the top tight end.
And I think Holden Kennan says Jeremiah Smith and Ryan Williams. You think that's what he's saying? Is that probably?
Probably. Hey, Jay, Des Malone's out of, I believe, out of eligibility after this year. Or does he have another year? I thought he was done after his transfer from San Diego State after this year.
I went to school with Randy Bass's sister, Carla. You mean Andy Bass's sister? Great softball player. Never mind, you guys don't care. Well, I actually like softball, so I probably do care it, David. But do you mean Andy Bass's sister, Carla?
What was Carla's last name?
Probably Bass. If your brother is Bass.
Well, I didn't know, Jack.
Chances are.
You don't know that.
I don't know that for sure. I'm just guessing, Germ.
You're probably guessing correctly. I was just curious.
Bass. There you go. Bass.
Yeah, I don't know.
Isn't on the depth chart, Des Malone. So, yeah. Family Full of Nuz says they need another big receiver and 2 defensive tackles. I agree.
1 defensive tackle. They'll get him in James Thompson. They're going to get the guy from Wisconsin, James Thompson.
which I like him a little bit. I think he and Jaron Bradley would be the other big receiver.
Okay, so here Hunter drops it. Taylor Tatum and Nate Frazier. Now we know also Caden Durham was up there. Nate Frazier played a whole lot this year. Jeremiah Smith a whole lot.
Cam Coleman.
I don't know how much he played.
A lot.
Now, what about Caleb Odom and Trey'Dez Green? Someone, Hunter, because so you're super fast at this and you're goated. Give me their stats, and then I'll tell you why I wanted it.
Yeah, Barnes looks like unavailable. Yeah, go get Zach Branch. I don't think that's going to happen. Easy work, YT. But yeah, I mean, yeah, shoot, I would love Zachariah Branch. He's visiting Georgia, apparently. I think him and his brother. So we'll see if anything. Chuck,
Bradley's going to be a Sooner. Bradley's going to be a Sooner.
Yeah, Odom's at Ole Miss now.
And I have not heard about Jaden Gibson. Not heard about Jaden Gibson.
Yeah, I haven't heard.
Hey, there he is! There he is!
What are you talking about?
It's Danny! Danny, who was wrong, finally makes an appearance. Mateer didn't go to Ohio State or Oregon, did he, Danny? YMCA crew, please. Please, 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 please. I won't respond anymore to you tonight after those takes.
Bobby says he isn't going anywhere. I think, who's that in regards to? Maybe I'm missing something. Yeah, Texas Tech, number one team in the portal right now. Number one team in the portal, Texas Tech, Red Raiders.
Yeah,
Big 12 runs through Lubbock.
Gibson's coming back, and hey, OU has looked at Kendall Daniels. I don't know what's happening in that. I know there's 3 or 4 schools that I know of that are looking at him, but it's been very quiet. So,
and Joe, I don't think the package deal is it as much as it is money for one receiver. Money for one receiver. That's, I think a lot of people don't want to pay it that much money for one receiver. To me, if there's a position you don't have to overpay for, it's wide receiver, right?
Yeah. Hey, Jay, did Sategna? Never mind. I'm not gonna do it.
All the USC fans say Zach Branch doesn't know how to run routes. Well, he should know how to run routes. He's got the greatest offensive mind in the history of coaching him. He should be able to run routes.
Bobby says Dez does have, because all he found was he had 2 years coming in from San Diego State. Well, if he does, I doubt he's going to be there then.
Hey, Texas Tech also, don't forget, but in the softball portal, they went and got the number one player, Nigeri Kennedy. So they're forking out some NIL.
Elon Musk with that Twitter post today, Jay.
Yeah, the Twitter post with OU softball picture in the background. That was kind of funny, wasn't it?
Never know, Jay.
Never know. And
phone lines are open for anyone who wants to call in.
Joe
Give us a holler.
Joe says Tech is doing well in the portal, but at the end of the day, you still have to live in Lubbock. That's true. Yeah, I did hear about this Bishop, and OU is not participating, and so were a lot of the schools in the SEC, like Texas. I don't think was participating. Maybe Ole Miss, Alabama, Georgia. None of those teams participated.
Yeah, and hey, the softball team this year, it's going to be here quickly, Lane. Going to be here quickly. Arkansas issue, not him.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, Armstrong led the entire SEC. Did you know that, Jay?
Yeah, and hey, Sategna, I said earlier, I watched him play in high school twice. The dude's explosive. He's a burner. I mean, legit 100-meter, probably 10.4. I mean, he's very fast.
10.6, but
what?
I think it was 10.6 and then 21.8 on the 200.
I'm just saying he's an explosive guy. So
24 feet in the long jump.
But he's not like you're not going to play
in the high jump.
You're not going to play him every down guy. Right? I mean, he's a guy to come in and so.
Hey, Brennan Thompson. Hey, dude, if it's a joke, leave. Like you did for 3 days after you were wrong. You were wrong and you left for 3 days. So just leave again, man. What's a joke? Talking about players that are at the University of Oklahoma. Sategna. Hey, Brennan Thompson was not the number 1 receiver. He shouldn't have been. He's not that. That's not his role. He should have been a number 3 or 4 guy.
What's in the package deal with these guys? What does that consist of? Are you talking about Zachariah Branch? It's just they want to go to the same school. That's all it is. You're paying for Zachariah more than you are the brother. But Sategna is a track dude. Yeah. His mom and dad, I think, were athletes too, big time, I believe.
6 of the top 8 SEC receivers this year were from small schools out of the portal.
This might be a first.
6 out of the 8. I'm going to say it again. 6 out of the 8. 6 of the top 8 receivers in the SEC were out of small school transfer portal guys.
Hey, breaking news. This is breaking news right now. First time in the history of Sooner Surge I've seen a Oklahoma State comment in here. Go Pokes, as 33 all the way says. Can we get Branch? I don't know if you're talking about OU or OSU, but Lane, that's funny, Lane. I'm not going to put it up there, but it's kind of funny. Josh says material will make all these new receivers better than they were at previous schools. Hey, to me, offensive line, quarterback, wide receiver. You look at those 3 positions. The one I think you have to pay the least amount of money for, really, as far as affecting your team as much, would be wide receiver. I think you can get wide receivers, and if you have a good offense, they're going to fit in, and they're going to be. I mean, you don't have to have. You don't have to have Ryan Williams on your team. You don't have to have that guy. You can have really good. You can have really good receivers, and I think with the good offensive scheme, you can get guys open.
Ryan Williams struggled later in the year, and I'm going to say something that I think what Emmett Jones has done. You ask Emmett Jones, hey, what's the biggest mistake you made in this last year?
Who, Emmett Jones?
In the recruiting, he recruited too many small guys. The big guys got hurt. He had to replace them with smaller guys. They couldn't block on the outside for short passing game. Couldn't do it. He goes to the portal. He gets a 6'3", 6'2", 6'2". If he gets, Jaron Bradley at 6'5", and then of course Sategna, who's the burner at 5'11".
Yeah. Hey, family here says if the O-line isn't better, material will look no different than the other quarterbacks looked at the battle O-line. Here's the difference, though. I don't think that Ben Arbuckle is going to scheme your tight end blocking the best defensive lineman in the country. A lot of it, yeah, you can say the O-line didn't play well, they didn't. But a lot of it, too, the scheme they were running, what they were trying to do was mind-boggling. Tight end blocking a D-end from South Carolina, not going to happen. You're setting yourself up for failure.
Hey,
so
Chuck,
I think just having a guy that knows how to call plays is going to make a big difference.
Chuck, it definitely wasn't Emmett Jones's fault for guys getting hurt. Not what I said. I'm saying when he came and got guys out of the portal this year, he got bigger guys, I think, for that reason.
Hey,
seem to find where he's developed any talent.
This is a great question, I think, for people in the chat and for you, Jerm.
Drake Stoops got better under him.
Who is the wide receiver at Oklahoma that got the best, that got a lot better? I'm saying in the last 15, 20 years. Who do you think the guy that got
CeeDee Lamb? CeeDee Lamb got significantly better throughout his career.
CeeDee Lamb, I'm with you on CeeDee Lamb. I mean, he was really good as a freshman, though. But I think he got more physical, all of it.
Jalen Saunders, his junior to senior year. Who else?
Sterling Shepard.
He was pretty good his entire career.
Drake Stoops did get a lot better. Zach says Steele, Kenny Steele. I mean,
look, Jaden Gibson went from 2 years ago he couldn't catch a ball to the next year he made really, really big plays, like highlight reel plays. So I think he got better. Drake Stoops definitely got better. That's what I was saying. Emmett Jones definitely he got better under Drake Stoops definitely got better under Emmett Jones.
Yeah, I think the jury's out on Emmett Jones. You can't forget he's only been there, year and a half?
Correct.
So we'll see. Man, those are some good names. Manuel Johnson and Mark Bradley. Shakur dropping some Texas fan dropping some OU receivers here.
Number 11 that played with Baker would have been Belton or
no.
yes.
No. I'm drawing. This is going to drive me nuts.
Colton Bester?
No, that's not who he's talking about. This is going to kill me. That's not who I'm not talking about. Dede, Germ. Golly, that's going to kill me now. I can't think of this. Somebody's going to drop it in here.
Colton Bester was 11.
That's not who he's talking about, though. What's on the screen?
Iglesias was 9. Hollywood Brown was 5.
I'm not talking about Bester. That's what I'm talking about. But
you're not talking about Dede either.
No.
I don't know who you're talking about, Jay.
I'll have to look it up later. The name doesn't. I know Dede was 11.
We know who Dede Westbrook is.
Yeah.
I think Colton Bester.
That's funny, Chuck. It won't. Yeah, man, look at those receiver names dropped in there. Some good ones.
How many portal guys does OU land tomorrow, Jay?
Well, Bobby says Bradley probably. So
yeah, I think Jaron Bradley will be.
Do you think they get a defensive guy tomorrow?
James Thompson.
And then the other one is this. Do you think they get another offensive lineman in this portal class? Or do you think now that they got 2 that they're sticking with 2?
I think they're done, Jay.
Do you?
Yes.
Joe says 2 tomorrow. Bobby says 2.
I would expect James Thompson and Jaron Bradley.
You know, something we haven't talked about. Jazz Reynolds.
He was number 16.
Yeah. Parnell Motley was 11. Hey, something we haven't talked about is
Bascom was 83.
Gosh, I lost it in here now. What will OU do? Will they get another quarterback or no?
Yeah, they're going to have to get another quarterback.
Out of the portal?
Well, they can't make one in a lab.
Like before the spring, or you think they'll wait till spring?
They can't make one in a lab, so I'm assuming out of the portal.
They can't. This isn't Avatar.
Jeez, they'll get one out of the portal, dude.
Hey, speaking of out of a lab, if you could clone one player for this year's team, who would it be from the past for this season coming up? If you could clone in a lab, make a player, who would you bring in from past teams? One player only.
I've got 2 names for you.
And if you bring this player in, you got to take a current player out, obviously. Like if you bring a quarterback in, you wouldn't have him tier. So who would be the one guy?
I've got one for you.
Who?
Joe Mixon.
Ooh, I like Joe Mixon. What about Adrian Peterson, man?
I would go Mixon for his pass catching ability.
Trent Williams. That's an awesome one, Michael. What about this one? Creed Humphrey.
That'd be a big one too, Jay.
For Mark Andrews for this team, man, there's some good stuff rolling in here. Mark Andrews, Eric Stryker, Trent Williams, the Boz.
I mean, Gresham was one of my faves, man.
Gresham that's a great one, Danny, for a tight end. If you look at it, O-line and tight end, I mean, Gresham would be
but Jay, that's my point at tight end. And Hunter dropped all the names of those guys that look. Devon Mitchell is either going to play or you got to go get someone who's proven. To me, Devon Mitchell can be a Jermaine Gresham. People are comparing. Go watch his game in high school. That is exactly who he reminds me of. It's time.
Yeah, I'm ready to see him too, Jerm. Keith Jackson. You know what? You never really got to see Keith Jackson in a passing offense, which I wonder how he would have looked. I think he'd been really good. Coconut, please. Coconut. Wow. That might be the comment of the night right there. Dean Blevins at quarterback.
Yeah.
Just go follow Dean on Twitter, guys. Go follow Dean on Twitter. X. Germ, are you really saying Joe Mixon over AD? Is that true?
You said for this year's team.
But if it was just everything equal, who you taking, Mixon or AD?
For this year's team, I'm taking Mixon.
No, I'm saying in general.
I said I would take Mixon for this. The question was this year.
I'm not asking that.
Who's a better running back was Adrian Peterson.
Okay.
Hey,
Well-
it's John. Man, we're getting the guys who have been taking a leave of absence from the surge for a while back on here.
Philip going with trying to out Trump. The Dean Blevins comment goes with Jackson Arnold.
OU has 4 tight ends right now.
Yeah.
One of them was one of the highest recruited tight ends in the country. You got to think that if they're going to get one out of the portal, they're going to go get someone who is way more proven. Because I think you ask him, they want Devon Mitchell to be the guy, and they want Caden Hales maybe to play.
I think it's the new background, Germ. I don't know what Chuck's talking about. Hey, that's right. Purple says our nation Anna's doom and gloom as a week ago. I'm still wait and see. Man, there's some awesome quarterback names being dropped in here. Gosh, I was going to get to something to see if I can find it up here. It brought up a good point.
I don't know what.
So the tight end at the portal. I don't know. I don't have it in front of me, but give me a tight end off Notre Dame's roster any day of the week. I don't know who their third string guy is or second string, but they always produce good tight ends, don't they? I bet they got 1 or 2 there.
Well, there's a reason good tight ends go there. Their scheme.
Yeah, and maybe they got one in a portal. Who knows?
Hey, Chuck, you're right. Maybe everyone's coming back because we got the cream color. We'll bring in the anthracite color one day, mix and match here at the surge.
Yeah. Mitchell is not coming here because of Joe John. Yeah.
So maybe we'll see Hawkins to Mitchell in the bowl game. That's really, you asked me, what's the top 5 things you're looking for in OU versus Navy? That's the number one answer. Devon Mitchell. That's my number one answer. Devon
I don't know what happened to. Hello,
What?
Jerm, are you here? I think Jerm.
Yeah, can you hear me? Hunter, am I frozen or Jay? Jay, it's on you, dude. Leave. Jeez. I'm fine. I always am. Get him off here, Hunter. Ban him. Kick him. Jeez. To me, the true serum is Devon Mitchell should be the guy, period. Hey, Jay, it's you, bud. Guess what? Not me.
What do you mean?
It's you again.
What do you mean it's me again?
It was you.
Cool. I've been hacked. I don't know what happened. Frozen like a popsicle. Look at that. Frozen like a popsicle, Germ. Hey, Germ.
What's
what do
the
we
number
have?
one thing you're looking for in the bowl game? I already gave mine.
Number one thing I'm looking for, I want to see if Arbuckle is supposedly coaching quarterbacks. I'd like to just see how I'm on the sideline talking with Hawkins, seeing all that kind of camaraderie, seeing how that works. And then I want to see the defense ball out. Some of these youngsters at linebacker. Stutsman's not playing. Bowman's not playing. I want to see Lewis Carter. I want to see.
So Kobe's playing the Mike linebacker.
Okay. I mean, I'd like to see all that stuff. I want to see how they do without Danny in there. Danny's been an integral part of this defense for years, and he's done awesome. Heck, he's All-American. Okay.
Who starts at safety for Bowman?
I would guess probably it's going to be RSJ, and it's going to be the other one's going to be Bowen. Peyton Bowen.
I want to see Boganowski a lot.
I'd like to see Boganowski. I'd like to see Powers.
Are you shocked PJ's not in the portal yet?
No, I don't know who's going to portal, Jerm. I don't know that kind of stuff. So
yeah, I know.
Canick. I'd like to see Canick. Canick's Twitter game is strong right now.
It's very strong, Jay.
Hey, Jerm, how many days till Christmas?
Tomorrow's.
Oh, there's a name.
6 days. 6 days till Christmas.
There's a name I want to see. Danny Okoye. Big time. Hey, 6
let's
days
talk
till
about our
Christmas.
schedule, Jay.
Okay, but 6 days till Christmas. Maybe we put this in the chat. Over under. In the next 6 days, will Jeremy watch 5 Hallmark movies? I'm gonna take the under.
Man, I haven't caught near as many as I'd liked.
That's disappointing, Jeremy. What is our schedule? You want to talk about it for the?
Yeah, we'll be on either. I mean, we're going to be on every day. The only day we'll miss is either Christmas Eve or Christmas night. We're trying to see scheduling wise. We're here. Is there a Wazoo tight end we can get?
And I don't think they have one in the portal right now, do they?
Not one that I would want over Devon Mitchell right now. Personally.
Yeah, I'm KJ Goated. I'd like to see the secondary lineup too. Comedy Club in Norman for Canic.
So hey, today, Jay, the big news, obviously, out of the portal, they land Sategna. The playoffs start tomorrow. You got Indiana.
Who do you got? Hey, who do you got tomorrow?
Well, it sounds like it could be snowing, so I got to take Notre Dame.
I'm taking Notre Dame.
If it was good weather, I might take Indiana.
Hey, everybody in the chat, who do you got? Notre Dame or Indiana? Notre Dame or Indiana? Man, we should have done like a playoff. We should have done like a playoff bracket, like prediction.
Hey,
like that.
We should have done a Christmas movie playoff. I don't have Fred Claus or Die Hard anywhere near my top 70. They're not in the top 70 of Christmas movies, Chief. Home Alone is. Home Alone's there.
I don't consider Die Hard a Christmas movie.
I don't either.
I know a lot of people think it is. Apparently Chief does, but Christmas Chronicles, that's up there for me, guys. A lot of people going. It's kind of mixed in here, Jerm. You got some people going to Indiana.
Hey, listen. Tomorrow,
hey, I'm going to say something real quick. And this can be, you can think about this till tomorrow, but I'm going to bring up something that's probably might rub some people the wrong way, but think about this for tomorrow. And I already have my answer to this, so I'll answer it tomorrow night. OU fans, you remember how you felt when Lincoln Riley left and Caleb left and went with him. You're not hearing a whole lot about that with Arbuckle and Mateer coming to OU. Just kind of your overall thoughts. We'll talk about it tomorrow, but has things changed now with the portal being 2 or 3 years into it that people don't think about that anymore? Or is it because Lincoln was a head coach and he's an OC? It's just an interesting conversation.
Let's talk about that tomorrow night. And I saw the question about, will you guys be on normal time or after the game since it's a playoff game? Here's what I'll say. Just make sure you're subscribed to the Surge, because we will put it in the community chat on the community page. You'll be notified if we go at 10 o'clock instead of 9:30. Also, I'm going to close it with this, because Lane asked, we should watch It's a Wonderful Life. I watch it every year, Lane. Every single year I watch It's a Wonderful Life. And, hey, I consider us to be one of the luckiest guys alive to have the Surgeaholics here every single night. Appreciate you guys joining us. Thank you so much. We will catch you tomorrow night. Man, have a fantastic Friday, a day where I think OU gets Jaron Bradley, maybe James Thompson. We'll see you tomorrow night.